Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the biggest changes to the internet we've seen in a while. The UK just passed a new law that claims it's here to protect children online. But some say it's also putting your privacy, your freedom, and even your favorite apps at risk. We're talking bans, ID checks, face scans, lawsuits. It's wild. So let's break it down. What's really going on with this new law? Who's affected? And is this the start of a safer internet? Or just the beginning of surveillance? So this law is called the Online Safety Act, and it officially kicked in on July 25, 2025. It gives major power to Ofcom, the UK's communications regulator, to make sure online platforms keep kids safe. This means apps, websites, search engines. If your platform is accessible in the UK, you must now prevent underage access to harmful content. Remove dangerous material quickly. Block or age-gate adult content. And if you don't, you could face fines up to £18 million, or 10% of your global revenue. That's not a slap on the wrist. That's a knockout punch. Let's keep it real. The internet is full of messed up stuff that kids stumble on way too easily. We're talking unfiltered porn, suicide encouragement, eating disorder content, online predators. And you know how fast TikTok or YouTube Shorts can feed you dark content once you pause on one sad video. So yes, the intent of this law is noble. Kids deserve safety. But now we gotta ask, here's where things get spicy. To keep kids off adult content, the UK now requires age verification. And I'm not talking click yes to confirm you're 18. I'm talking facial scans, uploading ID, mobile network checks, even using your bank account or passport. Sound intense? That's because it is. Let me know in the comments right now. Would you upload your ID just to scroll a site? Some of the biggest players in tech, Meta, TikTok, Reddit, X, OnlyFans, they're scrambling. Some say they support it. Others are panicking because these systems are expensive to build. They raise privacy concerns. And some apps might just leave the UK rather than comply. Platforms like Signal and WhatsApp that use end-to-end encryption are in a real bind. If the law forces them to scan messages for harmful content, encryption might have to go. And without encryption, well, that's your privacy out the window. Platforms like Signal and WhatsApp that use end-to-end encryption are in a real bind. If the law forces them to scan messages for harmful content, encryption might have to go. And without encryption, well, that's your privacy out the window. Some creators are afraid they'll be flagged or shadow banned just for speaking on sensitive topics like mental health or identity. And this next chapter? It makes everything messy. Here's where it gets real. Ofcom can now issue site bans, lawsuits, even press criminal charges against company execs. Imagine someone at your favorite platform being jailed for failing to filter content. And the fines? They're brutal. So smaller platforms, niche forums, indie games, creative communities, they might not survive. We could lose entire corners of the internet because they can't afford to follow the rules. Which raises the big question. The internet used to be the Wild West. It was chaotic, creative, weird, unfiltered. This new law, it's the opposite. Structure, control, identity checks. For kids, yes, that could mean safety. But for the rest of us, it could be the start of a much more locked-down web. Less freedom, less anonymity, more surveillance. Some say that's the price of progress. Others say it's the beginning of the end. So where do you stand? Is the Online Safety Act a win for child protection? Or is it just government censorship in disguise? Should we be scanning faces just to view content? Or is that a step too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading everyone. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because we're not done talking about the future of the internet. This is only the beginning. Whether you're in the UK or not, what's happening there could shape the future of the internet, from how we browse to what we see, and even who gets banned. So grab your tea, no pun intended, because this one's deep. Alright, here's the deal. On July 25, 2025, the UK officially started enforcing its new Online Safety Act. It gives serious power to Ofcom, that's like the UK's version of a digital watchdog, to make sure the internet is safe for kids. Sounds good on paper, right? But here's what it means in practice. Platforms must block harmful content for under 18s. Age checks? Now mandatory. If a site ignores the rules, they could get fined, banned, or worse, And it applies to any website or app that people in the UK can access, even if the company is based elsewhere. To be fair, the reason this law exists is pretty understandable. Kids are getting exposed to some crazy stuff online. Suicide talk, starvation diets, hardcore porn, online predators. And it's not even hidden. It shows up in search, on TikTok, in YouTube comments, Discord servers, you name it. Parents are scared. Lawmakers are under pressure. So they said, all right, let's lock things down. But that's where things get complicated. Let's talk about what's really causing a stir. To follow the rules, websites now have to prove your age. But not just a quick click yes if you're over 18. We're talking about uploading your passport or license, doing face scans, linking your mobile network or bank account to verify your age. It's not optional. And here's the catch. A lot of people are not okay with that. Think about it. Would you upload your ID just to watch YouTube or post a meme? Comment below, yes or nitrogen monoxide. I really want to see where y'all stand. This law doesn't just hit adult websites. It affects everyone, from huge apps like TikTok and Instagram to small forums and gaming sites. Creators will have to tag content by age. Avoid certain topics like self-harm, eating disorders, and anything labeled sensitive. Possibly get flagged or taken down without warning. Smaller websites that can't afford this tech, they might just shut down in the UK completely. And that means less variety, less freedom, and more centralized control. The internet has been going OFF about this. On one side, parents and activists are cheering. They're saying, finally, kids are safer. But on the other side, digital rights groups are worried. Privacy experts are saying this opens the door to surveillance. One person tweeted, this isn't safety, it's control. Another said, I'd rather my kid learn to navigate the real internet than grow up in a bubble. So now I'm asking you, is this law doing too much or not enough? So who's in the hot seat? If a site doesn't follow the rules, it could be blocked in the UK. The company could get fined millions. Execs could even face criminal charges. And this affects a lot of your faves. Reddit, OnlyFans, Telegram, Discord. Even encrypted apps like WhatsApp might be forced to scan private messages if they suspect illegal content. That's a huge shift in how privacy works. Now here's the twist. Other countries are watching. The US, Australia, even Canada, they're all talking about online safety bills too. So this UK law? It might be the template for global change. If you're American, don't tune this out. The internet is global, and if big apps adjust their rules for one country, those changes might affect everyone. So where do we go from here? In the next few months, we'll probably see more apps adding stricter content filters, more ID checks across platforms, some creators censoring themselves to stay safe, and if it all goes wrong, lawsuits, pushback, and possibly more laws to fix the law. It's going to be messy before it's stable, but it's all happening in real time. So let's wrap it up. The UK is trying to make the internet safer, especially for kids. That's a good goal. But the tools they're using, age scans, strict censorship, platform penalties. Some say they're doing too much, too fast. Others say it's long overdue. Where do you stand? Drop a comment. Let's talk. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because this story is far from over.